Hey guys, Randall from Bragg and Rice Precision. Hope you are having a blessed and wonderful day as always. So several weeks ago, we did a video and showed you the Tipton Ultra Standing Gun Vise. Really great vise. You know, you can stand this thing on the legs or you can fold them under. It'll sit on your bench. Great vise, but we've covered that already, right? So now Tipton has released the Best Gun Vise 360. So it's called 360 because it's ball mounted. You can spin this thing in a full circle. Really nice little gun vise. Can be used not only for firearms, can be used for just about anything in your garage. So that fits in the jaws. This thing is really strong. I was very surprised. So we got two of them. We've already tried one of them. You can mount this thing again directly to your bench, or you can do like we did, and we ordered a blank plate from Dan Clausen and Inline Fabrication, drilled it ourselves, and Dan is working on one that's already pre-drilled for this vise. I'm not sure exactly when it'll be out. He is usually pretty quick about things. So that way you order one, you don't have to worry about drilling. We're going to cover this thing pretty extensively for you, show you its strengths, which we were very surprised about. The price on this thing is excellent. Retail is $149.99. That's right from the Tipton website. Midway USA, I looked right before the video, and their normal price, I believe, is $129.99. And right now it's on sale through them at $103.13. I do not know how long that lasts. That's just today. Can't guarantee tomorrow, right? So I'd like to go ahead and show this thing off to you, and we'll unbox the second one that we have. That way you can see the unboxing, and then we'll show it all set up. So let's get to it, guys. All right, let's get this puppy unboxed. Instructions are pretty self-explanatory. Nicely boxed. Moisture absorber. Honeycomb pads. These are really nice. They're soft. You use these for wooden stocks, other things that you just don't want to damage with the stiffer caps on there. They're definitely very nicely packed. Nothing to actually assemble as far as the vise itself goes. Everything's already here. All you need to do is mount the vise, and you'll put whatever jaws or pads you want. So enough of the unboxing. That's about as simple as it gets. Let's go over here and show you how it works. So here you see it all set up. We have it on the blank plate that we drilled from Inline Fabrication. This press is really smooth. So the two slides, they're on bronze bearings. It's probably the smoothest little press I've ever played with. 3-inch jaw opening. So you have 3 different ways to mount a gun in it as far as the pads. You have the honeycombs, which are nice and soft. You'd use that on wood stocks or anything that you don't want to leave an indention in, with the ones that are a little bit harder. It comes with the ones with the grooves. The larger grooves are really good for your barrels and other rounded objects. The top two, they work with your Picatinny rails, your Arca mount rails. These things go on and off very easily. They just snap right on and off. Very easy to change out. The third, they have stainless steel jaws. When you remove the pads, they have a rail in them as well, or a groove, and that is also to mount onto your Arca or your Picatinny rails. So multiple ways. It's called the 360 for a reason. Loosen the knob, spin it, 360, all different angles. There is one point with a cutout. That way, gives you a whole different configuration. Very versatile, so you can use it in just almost unlimited amounts of directions, angles, whatever you need while you're working on your firearm, anything else that you want to put in it. Again, these are nice just to have in your shop. So there's nothing really to do to set it up other than to mount it. But now that shows you the strength of this thing and the different ways that you can mount things in it. All right, so here's our PRS AR-15 competition rifle from the Rifle Specialist. You've seen this in a couple other videos. You're going to see a lot more of it soon. So again, you can mount these in different ways, but before we get started, as always, unloaded, no magazine, no ammunition. We definitely like to make sure everything is safe. Gonna open it up. This one has the Arca rail on it. Tighten it down. Nice and stiff, you know. So if I want to break this thing down, work on it, mount my scope, whatever I'd like to do, you know, I'm ready to go. Now, if I want to change it up, I can actually, let's fold her legs forward. I can put the honeycomb pads in. We'll change those out. So now if I want to mount this in more sensitive areas and not worry about damage, you know, now we have the honeycombs. Obviously you don't want to get the dust covered ore in there. You would be able to mount this thing wherever you want for the most part. Nice and soft, not going to damage anything. So again, many different configurations. If I want to work on my firearm, if I want to clean it, I can tilt my barrel down, clean my barrel. I can put a drip can, which is what I like to do at the end of the barrel if I need to run any foam or anything through it. So whatever I want to do, I can find an angle for it. I can find a different spot to put it in the vise to mount it, to be able to reach any angle that I want for any part of my firearm. Really, really nice. If I can get this thing spun around. So now we can show you, remove the pads entirely. Now we slip it in the groove on the stainless steel jaws, and they mount the Arca rail or Picatinny really nicely. This little thing is really strong. Now it's something else that I'm going to show you. We do not want to mar the gun when we do what I'm about to do. So if I remember right from a previous video, this gun is somewhere around the 13-ish pound range. I'm going to make sure we have the handle nice and tight. My only complaint of this whole thing is I do wish they would have gave a little bit more on this to be able to tighten it down properly, because it'll hold super tight, to say the least, once you have the thing adjusted. There you go. So we're talking around 13 pounds. So now, let's go ahead and get to a heavier firearm. This is my Savage 110 Custom Elite, or Elite Custom. Again, unloaded. Now this one weighs around 16 pounds as it sits. Look at that. That's biting very little on the bottom of the stock either. And that shows you the strength of the pads themselves. Shows you the strength of what this thing will hold. It's just crazy amazing for how small it is. So if you have any worries about what that ball is going to hold, within reason, don't worry. I mean, 16 pounds of firearm mounted at the very end of it. And all we had a hold of was this. That's what, 2.5 inches long and 1 inch high. It bit strong enough to hold it. So if you're worried about strength, get that out of your mind. So again, wonderful little vise. It should do just about any job that you want to do within reason. All right, guys, there's not a whole lot else to show on it. If you have any fears about this thing, hopefully I've alleviated them. Really nice, strong little vise, easy to use, very inexpensive for what you get especially. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the day on this one. So hope you have a blessed and wonderful evening, and we'll do it the next time.